What is up, everyone? If I look like heck, it's because I absolutely am. Um, I, my voice sounds weird is because I went to Battle Slam the other day, and my voice is still kind of hoarse from all the chanting and cheering I had to do. Plus, I'm actually a little sore because this Battle Slam was different because I got a chance to do a little skirmish with Ariel Van Gogh, who is like 10 times the wrestler I could be, and it was actually really fun to be able to just kind of do a little back and forth with him, even though I was rusty. You will never see that footage. It is not online, and it will never be. But man, I had a great time. I really did. It's like I always have a great time at Battle Slam, and I can't help but like think about specifically, just how big is slowly becoming. It's going to become like one of the big companies in the future. I can see that happening. All I gotta do is get a new mic. Um, Happy Martin Luther King Day, by the way. We really do need to like take some time to realize exactly how much we kind of don't really. I don't know how to. We don't really galvanize this message at all, or rather, we don't galvanize. We don't really push exactly how important he is in the black community, because every single time a racist wants to make a joke about criminals and black people doing crime, they always say, "Well, all you gotta do is go over to the Martin Luther King Jr. area. You can keep going that way, and that's where you're gonna see all the crime at." You know what I'm saying? It's just like I would like to think that as black people, we should have like at least some sort of sacred lines to not cross, and one of those should probably be, hey, if you're going to do crimes, at least don't do it at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or something. I'm just throwing it out there, like just something, just like maybe don't do crimes at a church, maybe don't do crimes at MLK Drive. I know I'm asking a little much here, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? Moving along, so I've been taking some time to actually like just I've been trying to like sort of find out who I am as a person. Every so often I come across random points of introspection, and I don't know. It's just I realize now that like I don't know the difference between alpha male and beta male, and with all the stuff that's going on with Andrew Tate, the first thing that's going through my mind is, oh man, I can't do. Just give me 1 second. As I was saying earlier about the Andrew Tate debacle, that really kind of just made me like. Here's the thing: I actually know some guys who are heavily fixated on trying to, you know, reaffirm what it means to be a man, and that really kind of stressed me out because like one of the common things that people like to say when it comes to like what lured them into this trap to begin with is, oh, I didn't have a father in the household to teach me how to be a man, so I mean all I knew is how to do what they what to do what they say. And the first thing that went through my mind is, if you grew up in a household without a father in the house to teach you how to be a man, then what was stopping you from calling yourself a boy or a woman, or I don't know, like a lizard or something? Like your entire, like before you see, like if you grew up in a household without a father in the house, right? Um, why would you call yourself a man when you left the house? Between the time that you left the house and the time that you found, this Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tates or whoever these alpha male teachers are, between the time that you left your home to branch out on your own and the time that you met this person, you probably called yourself a man regardless. So what is it that these guys are supposed to teach you that you didn't technically already know? Like, you called yourself a man before you encountered them, but that's supposed to teach you how to be one. It's just weird to me just how easy, like, it's just weird to me exactly how powerful stupidity is in America, because like, like, you already call yourself a man, you already declare yourself a man, but for some strange reason you just don't know why you are, and you're expecting some other guy to tell you how. And their advice is almost always treat women like garbage. That's gonna make you a man. Like what? No, I don't. I actually I sat down and I watched this little. There was this thing on Vice, and there was just like these guys that were all sitting together and talking about masculinity and stuff. And the thing that really kind of surprised me about it was, first off, it was tame, like surprisingly tame. Even with Christian Walker there, it was like there was there was brief moments of cattiness, but there was decorum. There was almost like a calm discussion, and which is something I kind of didn't expect, because normally when a discussion of masculinity come along and one of the guys is wearing a dress and a pearl necklace, I was expecting at least one guy to be like, what's he doing here? He don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? So nothing like that happened. It was an actual genuine conversation, and that made me realize, like, I feel like as a society, specifically us menfolk, we need to kind of like get together and have these discussions as to what is considered masculine or manly or whatever, without any conversations, without the conversation like swaying into what a man should be. You know what I'm saying? It should just be like everybody. There should be like a coalition, so to speak, of what is and what isn't manly. Because I feel like the more we have discussions like that, like that discussion, the more we can kind of like realize that there is no such thing as masculinity. There is no such thing as femininity. It just feels like it's kind of all made up. Like, technically, at the end of the day, the only difference between men and women is whether our sac is in our body or out of our body. So it's just like, because women have the ovaries. The ovaries, if you look at the ovaries upside, if you look at the ovaries, they look like testicles. So, like, one produces eggs, the other produces sperm. Other than that, yeah, no really big difference there. But yeah, I don't believe in that. I just don't. It's just a weird concept. Also, recurring theme now in future videos. I have been working on this Rubik's Cube for like years now, and I don't know how to do anything. All I've managed to do so far is get the white side, done. So what I'm gonna probably start doing in the majority of the video, like for the next videos going forward, is basically just show y'all my progress. Exactly how I've been doing. That way you have an idea. Because this takes up like a lot of my time, and I still don't, like, I came close a few times to solving this thing, and I have yet. I'm not doing any tutorials because they're too complicated. I'm not trying to become some sort of speed solver, although that would be cool. It would make me feel smarter, but like, I just wish I knew the secret. I remember them saying something about, make sure that you have a cross on more than one side so you can just do it that way, and I'm just like, whatevs. But yeah, that's taking up the majority of my time. So there's that. But yeah, though, I don't believe in masculinity. I don't believe in masculinity or femininity, and I know that kind of upsets people. But I feel like the thing about these concepts is that, like, they're not real, but they're reinforced through context, because they're reinforced strictly through context. And because the people who like try to reinforce these things can't tell you what they are, or they give you like some sort of aesthetic, airy, vague description as to what it might be. I just think it's kind of ridiculous how it's become so easy to just sort of base things off of context, and everybody's just supposed to understand. But the moment that you ask, what does this exactly mean, is like, well, it means what it is. A equals A. And it's like, no, I need to know what equals A. Well, A does. It's like, being a man means you need to hold it down and handle your business. What does that mean? It means holding it down and handling your business. All right, I'm out. That's kind of the reason why I can't really get into that stuff, because it's like, at no point does it actually ever have an actual point. It's just, understand the context of what I'm telling you, because I'm not going to tell you the real meaning, because there is no real meaning. Understand the context. I'm not doing that. You got to give me something. You got to give me something specific with everything. You know what I'm saying? The moment, like, if I can't, it's like, it's not that simple. Say what it is that you don't want to say out loud to me. I'm not going to judge you for it. Unless, of course, it's really stupid. And then I'm going to be like, that's stupid, but that's your belief and I respect it. You didn't respect it to call it stupid, though. Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid belief. Okay, moving along. I don't know specifically, like, how things are going to go as far as, like, I lost my train of thought. That happens sometimes. I'm trailing a little bit. I feel like I'm getting older. But yeah. There's not a lot, but yeah, masculinity though. I mean, it's kind of been bothering me, the discussion of this, because like I said, I've been following up the Andrew Tate. Also, I don't understand how this dude got successful. I don't. It really stresses me out how this guy got like because like it is like all he did was just make a whole bunch of probably the most annoying people you ever met in your life feel better about themselves by confirming that their misogyny and their hatred and their I can like I'm already rich and that made me I'm already rich, so I use that to try to get women, but I'm going to tell you guys that you have to get rich and treat women like garbage in order to find the one that you want. I don't know this. I don't know what his actual message was, but it's kind of dumb. And it's just the fact that it's like now you find out that he's been like now you find out that he's trafficking people and stuff like that. Which, by the way, shout out to Romania. Like shout out to that country for actually punishing evil. Whereas in America we still have like a former president who did all of these things that he's still not in jail. Like wow. If Obama did half the crap that Donald Trump did, you know what I'm saying? Well, he did. And it's like, yeah, but he's probably being placed under scrutiny for it. I shouldn't be talking about politics. But I want to talk about politics because George Santos is an amazing story. Like, wow. You have to be, like, because politicians lie. You know what I'm saying? Politicians lie. Like 100%. Like the whole concept is that the whole belief system is that politicians lie. And I honestly don't actually believe it, but it's just something that people have just kept on saying. So I'm just going to sort of repeat it just so people can understand exactly where I'm coming from. Because if your average politicians lie and they are upset about this dude lying, that dude is a liar past politician. And it's really sad because there's people out there who actually voted for this guy, probably because they believed his cause and believed in who he is. And he don't even believe who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's ridiculous, how bad it's gotten. So there's that. It's just wild. It's wild to me. Like, I would like to think that being a man means, if like, I feel like being human, it is to lie. You know what I'm saying? It's human to lie. But I feel like, if you're going to try to make it into a gender norm specific whatever, then, at least a man can own up to their lies instead of doubling down and trying to. Or I feel like if you're a real man, you turn your lies into reality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. It's stupid, but it's one thing I can think of. You've got to be kidding me. Shoot. We have an entire society built on. Give me 1 second. An entire society on the internet dedicated to getting rid of people who try to rob you on using the phone. And the government can't hire these people to stop these calls. It's unbearable. Stressing me out. This video's been going on too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. Try my best not to make it too long. But that's it though, guys. Love, peace, and happiness and safety to everyone out there. And just remember, love one another. Be cool, be nice, be calm. It's mainstream to be a jerk nowadays. So go against be counterculture. Be punk, I mean, yeah. Be counterculture. Be nice. Treat people with respect. Be compassionate. Or just, if you can't do any of those things, leave people alone. Sometimes being a jerk isn't always needed or necessary. It's 15. Dang. Be easy.